If you're looking for more magic in your life, if you have the sense that there is more to life than meets the eye, then this podcast is for you. This week, we will explore the concept of blooming where you were planted and discover that, pebble by pebble, like the crow in the fable, we can take small steps in the direction of our desires, and all in the time it takes for you to breathe, reboot, and have a cup of tea. Once you start exploring with me, you will reconnect with the true essence of you, that what makes you, you. And you will realize that wherever you are on this round, beautiful planet, all roads lead you home. So let's enjoy the ride. Episode 14, Bloom Where You Were Planted. Part 1, Foreign Body. Living as a non-native in a foreign land, it's taken a while to stop feeling like a plant plucked out of the soil and repotted in unfamiliar ground. For a long time, I felt as though I was a floating, rootless will-o'-the-wisp, not able to connect with where I found myself replanted. I spent a great deal of time berating how things worked over here. Food didn't taste as good, banks were much trickier to handle, and generally everything was always much more efficient, sensible, well-run, and so on back in my home country. And then I gradually really began to realize that I was completely wasting my time, spoiling my experience and that of those around me in grumbling and grizzling about whatever was my latest bugbear about living in Brussels. It's all very well to have your head in the clouds and contemplate how things would be if only you were somewhere else. But if you're not grounded, then it's difficult to take things in, absorb the nutrients, if you like. When I found some techniques to ground myself, my whole outlook began to change. I started to take more of an interest in things going on around me, the brand new awareness and appreciation. What an exciting opportunity to experience life in a different part of the world. How lucky I am to have discovered a world which offers chocolates with coffee as a matter of course, parakeets nesting in the trees, old red squirrels, and punctual clams. Enjoyment of the present means that the future falls easily into place without so much tortured effort. It doesn't even matter if you're aware that you're staying in the country for a fixed term or an indeterminate amount of time. Actually, in truth, nobody can say with any certainty that they are here for a fixed amount of time, can they? Who knows what the future has in store? That doesn't mean that the future is something to be wary about or faced with fear. Just that we should try and embrace our present lives here with what we have now. Red is one of the most effective grounding colours of the spectrum. Connects us to the earth, is connected with having our basic and material needs met. It's a colour of security, both physical and financial. And if we're not sufficiently grounded, it can manifest in our lives in many areas, physical, mental, as well as emotional or spiritual. Whether it's by learning a new language, relearning how to drive on the opposite side of the road, or even discovering your new favourite chocolates, breaking things down into steps makes even the biggest challenge seem less daunting. Step by step, and the thing is done. Or pebble by pebble, as in the fable of the crow and the jug. Part 2, The Crow and the Jug. The crow was sitting in a beautiful garden. It was a gloriously sunny day, and the crow was thirsty. As the sun continued to shine, he grew thirstier. He noticed an ornamental jug sitting in the middle of an arrangement of pebbles. He remembered this jug from the last time he visited the garden. It was a beautiful shape and a deep terracotta red colour. his favourite. He flapped over and looked inside. His reflection blinked back at him. He knew immediately what this meant. Water. Oh, he thought, how refreshing that water looks. Just what I need. He attempted to crane his head inside the mouth of the jug, but the jug was too narrow. So he knocked it a little bit, carefully enough not to break it, but firmly enough to result in a little bit of water splashing out of the jug. Almost immediately, the water trickled away through the pebbles. Now, thought the crow, here is a fine puzzle for me. He could either give up on the whole idea of having a fresh drink, or he could find a solution. So he started to think. Looking at the pebbles, he was struck by how shiny and round they were, how beautiful they were, how useful too. Here was a bright brown one with smooth edges. Plop! He picked it up and dropped it into the jug. Nothing happened. So he picked up another one, a grey one this time, a little bit bigger, but still easy to lift. Plop! Again and again, he picked up another and another, and one by one placed each pebble into the jug. Pebble by pebble, he was becoming closer to his goal. Eventually, by which time he was thoroughly exhausted, but still determined, the water rose to just the right level for the crow to quench his thirst. Part 3. Pebble by Pebble. It can often feel like you're dropping pebbles in a jug, plodding along with no real idea of what you've been working towards will appear. The thing is, if your thirst is strong enough, keep plodding. Every pebble brings you closer to your reward. Some of us might be content to flap around and complain about how difficult things are and how the odds are stacked against us. Others, and that means you, because if you're listening to this, then you are a soul adventurer, know that pebble by pebble, step by step, we can take action in the direction of our goals. Soul adventurers are not problem solvers. We, like the clever crow, are puzzle solvers, and that makes all the difference. Theodore Roosevelt once said, "Do what you can with what you have, where you are." Sometimes that might be something as small as putting one foot in front of the other. But there is always something we can do, one small thing that can move us in the direction of our goal. My intention over the course of these episodes is to get you back on track so that you can enjoy the rest of your journey here on Earth. In the next episode, I'll be talking more about the magic of words. Until then, happy travelling. If you enjoyed this episode, you're very welcome to subscribe to my podcast. If you know somebody else who might be interested in it, feel free to share it with them. If you would like to join me on a journey of self-discovery, liberation, and discover your true soul's purpose and what makes you you, then go to my website and follow the link to my soul treasure map. This will show you how you can uncover your soul's true purpose so that the rest of your journey is an enlightened one. To find out more, visit my website at www.iamjennywilson.com. Here you can find details of how you can download my free PDF ebook, Hidden Language of Colour. Go to iamjennywilson.com and follow the free ebook link. You can check out my YouTube channel at Jenny Wilson Soul Language, or you can follow me on Instagram at I am Jenny Wilson. Let's reconnect next time and explore more of the universal language of the soul. In the meantime, keep expanding and enjoy the journey.